Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com, and these are the market positions for January the 12th, 2011. Now, we've had a good run today here with the US 10-year notes, the British pound US dollar, very good trade yesterday. The pound dollar still has some very good opportunity moving forward. Now, for tonight, we're looking at the dollar yen. Now, this one's interesting. We have a significant amount of support building below the current closing price. We have 83.05, 82.79, and 82.78. So we have again a considerable amount of support building in this area. Now, what we want to do from here is go in and have a look at these crossovers and see what's happening. Now, our short-term crossover here from Vantage Point is pretty much sitting flat. Our medium-term crossover we can see is very clearly crossed to the upside last week. Now, we also want to look at our long-term crossover, and we can see that it's just making this crossover now. Now, that coupled with the triple EMA cross, it looks like we're going to get ready for a break higher, but I would expect a very minor pullback first. Now, also supporting this trade, the predicted true strength indicator has crossed the trigger right at trend ready levels just above the 20. Predicted MACD, same thing. We have our predicted short, medium, and long-term differences all turning positive. So this is a decent looking trade going into this evening and tomorrow morning. So now that we've identified these key levels, we want to go into our daily report from Vantage Point and see if we can fine-tune this entry point a bit. Now again, I do expect some volatility this week. We have the US retail sales. Everybody's going to be watching these numbers. Looking at the daily report from Vantage Point, the neural index has gone from 0 to 1. That's positive. We have 83.65 as a high, 82.90 as a low. Excuse me. So for tomorrow, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be watching this 82.95 area. That's the area we're going to look for longs. We're going to need, I would say, at least an 80 or 90 point stop loss on this. We want to keep this down out of the broker radar, so to speak. So again, for tonight, we're looking for a very minor pullback to about the 82.95 area, and then we would like to see the market from there bounce off that level and head towards that 84 level. Now we are going to get some resistance in that 83.65. We can see, I'm just going to point that out here so everybody can see it. We do have some resistance in this 83.70 area, but again, we've been past this level in the weeks before. You can see here we've been up as high as 84.50. So if this buy signal can start to gain some strength, we should see the dollar yen start pushing back towards that 84.50 level in the days ahead. Now, that's our first position for tomorrow. Now our second position is going to be in the stock market. We're going to be looking at the NOK stock, the Nokia stock. Now this one's kind of interesting. We're sitting here, we've got a minor corrective move back down to the 18-day predicted moving average from Vantage Point, sitting at 1036. We can see we hit a low today of 1035. Bounced slightly off there to 1045, but I certainly do find this stock somewhat compelling. Now, for tomorrow, what we're looking at here, we have our predicted MACD, predicted true strength. They're all pretty much sitting flat, but they're holding a buy formation. Our predicted medium and long-term difference, our short-term difference is broken lower. We can see here, and as the predicted short-term difference broke lower, the market then shortly thereafter, it also moved lower with it. Now, our medium and long-term difference are moving lower, but they're stalling out right on the zero line, and we can see that the predicted short-term difference is now angled and pointing higher. Now, going into our major crossovers on this, we can identify our key level as 1036. Now, looking at some of the other things, we're going to look at the short-term crosses to the downside. We already know that that's happened. The stock has moved lower. Then looking at the medium-term crossover, it's actually sitting flat. There's no sell signal. And the long-term crossover from Vantage Point continues to remain in a buy formation. So I do like this stock. Now, looking at this stock where we're currently sitting, what I want to point out here, the close at 1045, we're going to move this stock back over the last year or so and see exactly how this thing looks. Now, this stock, in my opinion, we've got a pretty good base around this $9 area, and this stock earlier in the year, back in March, about this time, or in March of 2010, was all the way up in the $16 area. So I could certainly see this stock has room to move. Let's just say that. So I've certainly got my eye on it. Now, what I would recommend here with this is we're going to be looking to buy. We would have our stops below this line here, below this $9. So we're going to be risking about $1 on this. But we would like to see a return of about $6 on this stock. It definitely has the possibility to move towards that $14, $15 area. So let's actually go into the daily report here now. Now we've had this corrective move over the last several trading sessions. We have a low tomorrow of 1040 and a high of 1056. I think we're going to see a little bit more movement than that. So we're going to be using the 1040 area as a buy, and then we're going to be day traders, they're going to be looking for a move probably around 1056, 1070 area. Your longer term traders, medium term traders, we should start thinking about the 11, 12, $13 range on this stock. Our neural index, we've had 3 straight down days on this stock. We now have turned positive on the Nokia stock. So everything looks good here for potentially this uptrend on this stock to continue. So definitely one we want to keep an eye on over the next several couple of trading sessions, potentially the next several couple of months. Now the Nokia, obviously it's also correlated to the S&P 500 and some of the other tech stocks, but I do believe that this one has again some room to move. So we're going to be watching that 1040 area very closely tomorrow morning. So those are the market positions for January the 12th, 2011. And again, my name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com.